Applying fixes. Apply an Autosys workload automation fix on Windows. In this module, we will learn how to download a fix from the Broadcom support site, how to apply the fix to Autosys workload automation on Windows, and how to verify the fix is applied correctly. In this video, we will demonstrate the steps to apply a fix or patch to Autosys on Windows. We may obtain a patch file by downloading it from the Broadcom support site or receive it directly from the Broadcom support team as a result of reporting an issue. Let's see how to download a patch from the Broadcom support site. We go to the Broadcom support page and log in. Once logged in, we navigate to the Broadcom support portal, go to the My Downloads section, and select Autosys Workload Automation. Then go to the Solutions tab. These are the different solutions available. We go down and select Autosys Workload Automation Server Multi-Platform. In our example, we will apply a fix for the 12.1 version. These are all the fixes available for the version. We will apply the Autosys Workload Automation 12.1, Cumulative 1, on Windows. The fix number is 99111681. We click on the Download button, and the download starts. When the download is complete, we receive a zip file. Usually, 3 files are included. The fix in a zip file. The fix in a CAS file. This file must be unpacked using Broadcom's CA-zipXP utility. And a TXT file with the instructions to apply the fix. We will copy the 3 files to the Autosys machine where the fix will be applied. The 3 files are now on the Autosys server machine. We are going to apply the fix to the server. Before starting the installation, it is important to read and fully comprehend the instructions. We will follow the steps mentioned in the instructions one by one to apply the fix. The document first mentions that this fix is for Autosys version 12.1. Let's check which version we have installed. We open the Autosys administration command prompt and enter the Autosys command autoflags with option A to determine the Autosys version installed on the machine. The Autosys build number is 0305. The operating system Windows, the database Microsoft SQL Server, the Autosys version 12.1, and the server name. We can also run the autoflags command with option C to get the version, service pack, maintenance level, and build number. When we apply the fix, we will see some of these values will change. Let's go back to the document. It also mentions the patch applies to machines where the Autosys server or client is installed. In our case, we will install it on the server. This fix doesn't apply to WCC and agent-only machines. The next section will address some of the most commonly asked questions. This section provides information about the issues that have been resolved by the patch. This section, Problem Resolution, is about how to apply the patch. It directs us to download the CAS or the zip file from the Broadcom FTP site to a temporary directory. We already have them here in the temporary directory. The next step is to extract the files. We will extract the files from the zip file to the patch directory. We go to the patch directory and extract the zip file content. Here's the extracted zip file. We could use the CAS file instead of the zip file. We need to use the CA-zipXP utility to extract the file. Now let's apply the patch. We will apply the patch by running the install_incr_nt batch file on the Autosys prompt. We have the batch file here with the rest of the extracted files. Before applying the patch, we must close all Autosys client commands or UIs. Shut down all the Autosys services. Let's go to stop them. To stop the services, we go to the Autosys administrator. Select Services and stop all of them. All the services are now stopped. If the patch includes updates to the database and your Autosys is in high availability or dual event server mode, you should stop the services on all Autosys servers before applying the patch. The next step is to back up the Autosys database on the machines where the patch will be installed, and also back up the Autosys install directory. The directory can be backed up by creating a copy. How do we know which is the Autosys install directory? We go to the command prompt and enter a set command. Then look for the value of the variable Autosys_install_ location. We back up this directory. Now, we are ready to apply the patch. We are going to run the install_incr_nt batch file. Here we can find all the options that the script has with their explanation. For example, if we use option T with S, we will apply the patch to an Autosys server, shadow, or tiebreaker server. If we go down the document, there are several examples of the script using different options to help us know what options to use in different situations. For example, if we are going to install the patch on a client, we run the batch file with these options. In our case, we can use the example number 5. This example will apply the patch, which has database updates, on a Microsoft SQL Server database with a database named AEDB. Let's duplicate this line and adapt the example to our environment by changing the database name and the database server name. We copy the command line and go to the Autosys command prompt to execute it. Let's go to the directory where we have the batch file. We copy the command here and execute it. The patch application begins. It backups the existing files on the server and replaces the original files with the patched files, connects to the database and applies the changes. The patch application finished successfully. We go back to the document to see how to verify the patch was applied correctly. Here's how to verify if the patch was applied correctly. There are 3 ways to do it. We will run all 3 for the demonstration, but using one of the 3 is sufficient. The first option is running the autoflags command with the option A. The result must show the maintenance level 1. And the build number must be 0312. We go to the Autosys command prompt and execute the autoflags with option A. And the version has changed to 12.1 version with maintenance level 01, and the build changed to 0312, as it is in the document. This confirms that the patch has been applied to the Autosys server. The other 2 options are using database queries. If we go to the database and execute the first query, it must return this value. The second query must also return the same value. Let's go to the database and execute the queries. We have logged into the Microsoft SQL Server. We copy the first query and execute it. It returns that the Autosys version is the 12.1 with maintenance level 01, as in the document. Let's execute the second query. We copy the second query. It also shows that the Autosys version is the 12.1 with maintenance level 01. We have verified the patch is applied correctly. Let's go back to the document. If your Autosys is in dual event server mode, the verification queries should be run on both databases. The next and last step is to start the Autosys services on all instances. Go to the Autosys Workload Administrator and start the scheduler, the agent, the application server, and the web server. The document also includes the steps to back out if the patch doesn't apply successfully. If you want to back out after applying the patch, follow the steps in the document. First, stop the Autosys services. Then restore the Autosys directories from the backup. Refresh the databases executing the refresh AEDB script. Verify that the path has been correctly removed and, if so, restart the services. We have now completed the installation of a fix or patch on a Windows Autosys server and verified that it has been applied successfully. In this module, we have learned how to download fixes from the Broadcom support site. There are two formats available for the fix on Windows, ZIP and CAS. To unpack the CAS format, we use Broadcom's CA ZIP XP utility. We should read and fully comprehend the instructions included with the fix before applying it. We must back up the Autosys install directory before applying the fix. If the fix also affects the database, then the database should also be backed up. We apply the patch by executing the install_incr_nt batch file. We use the autoflags command or the SQL queries in the fix instructions to verify the patch was applied correctly.